Put down your golf clubs, it's time for a real PlayStation exclusive. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is the latest entry in one of Sony's last mascot-based series. Sorry Jack Daxter. And it's bringing with it a massive flex for the PS5 improvements not seen since Astro's Playroom. Gamer Braves. This is Wan Amirul from Gamer Braves, and don't forget to tell us what other games you're looking forward to, and hit that subscribe button so you can complain about how I suck at them when we upload gameplay of it. This time, it's time to check out what this bright, quirky game has in store as one of the big exclusive heavy hitters on the PS5. The game starts off with a much older Ratchet and Clank, who get pulled into another dimension by Dr. Nefarious after he steals Clank's newly made Dimensionator. Separated from each other, Clank meets Rivet, a mysterious female Lombax, which is extra weird cause Ratchet's supposed to be the last Lombax. That's all the plot you're getting from us, since we're not going to spoil any more of it. You want those details? Go check them out yourself when the game comes out. Or, buy the game.
Can't anyone print instruction manuals anymore?
So, the first thing I need to talk about here is how good the game looks. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart looks like a freaking Pixar movie, with amazing animations as well as detailed models that actually really work with the game's art style. I really dig what they've done with Ratchet, because they've somehow given an alien space cat 5 o'clock shadow to make him look tired and older. Meanwhile, on the animation end, every character is really expressive, but not in that annoying way where they're just constantly waving their arms around. They move in natural ways, but it feels good to look at. It's only boosted by the game's stellar script, which definitely goes up there with Yakuza for some of my favorite writing in video games. Seriously, characters in this game are so damn likable. Even the villains aren't steeped in edge sauce, so it feels great knowing no one's gonna get beat to death with a golf club just because that makes your game win awards.
As soon as I figure out these stupid coordinates. Say goodbye!
When it comes down to brass tacks, Ratchet & Clank is excellent too. The game's a third-person shooter with a focus on exploration, though that doesn't mean there isn't a bunch of shootouts. Again, I'm glad, rather than making the game be about hugging knee-high walls, you're actually encouraged to be pretty mobile. Ratchet and Rivet have a Phantom Dash, which is a really good dodge with invulnerability. Meanwhile, you have a wide array of guns with lots of potential for high damage. There's less of a focus on aiming, which makes the game a lot more fun in my opinion. Just hitting any of the large enemies is enough to damage them, so you won't have to worry about any high skill maneuvers. Actually, that's pretty much what's great about this game in Microcosm. It sports a relatively low skill ceiling, so you're never gonna find yourself worrying about headshots and optimal placements. It's just a focus on fun, driven by the fact that every button you press in the game feels so damn rewarding. The guns themselves use a hex-based upgrade system, letting you chain upgrades together to unlock better passive buffs. You're also constantly unlocking new guns for purchase too, so you'll want to figure out which are the ones you want to stick to max out, cause having one heavily upgraded gun is way better than 3 weaker ones. When you're not shooting though, you also have a bunch of planets to explore, all with their own stories, gimmicks, and side quests. The planets are all really cool with a nice variety between them. You'll explore this with a bunch of platforming tools from rail grinding, wall running, hovering, grappling, basically there's a lot of movement options. Admittedly, sometimes it almost feels like there's too much, and for no real reason, because you can't wall run unless it's on giant wall run boards for example. Having so many single use options feels weird. We can't show it to you for spoiler reasons, but there's some really cool sequences later on that chain a lot of these mechanics together, and it feels good. Like, real good. I'm a really big fan of the pseudo grappling hook, which lets you pull yourself through rifts, chucking you forwards short distances. The game holds up surprisingly well doing this, never really dropping in performance. Speaking of rifts, we also have to talk about the pocket dimensions, which are like secret side levels you can do for more rewards. This is one of the coolest things in the game, not so much for the actual content. I mean, there's nothing in here that you can't already do in the game. It's the fact that the game loads these entirely new levels on you instantly thanks to the PS5's SSD. It loads super fast and you can smell the flex because of how flashy the portal sequences are. The one thing is that it's really hard to sell this as a selling point for the game because I think most people don't really know just how long loading an entire level is going to take and how impressive it is that Ratchet and Clank does it without really breaking your momentum. Of course, there's plenty of other side content too. There's hacking minigames featuring Glitch, the ooh I'm so awkward spider robot, gold bolts, equipment to pick up for your character to change their appearances. It's all there. I especially love the Clank segments of this game, which are strictly platforming puzzles where you have to guide small Clanks to the exit. The puzzles are all really cool and very dependent on your thinking ability rather than any kind of reflex. It's a great way to change things up and really gives the game a sense of variety. On the other hand, the hacking segments are probably some of my least favorite parts of the game, since glitch controls, well, not great. Turning upside down isn't fun, and something about the way the camera follows her around is just a perfect recipe for motion sickness. While we're on gripes, I also don't really like the game's enemy variety, especially when it comes to bosses. Since the game's combat is so simple, there's not really a window for big boss fights. Instead, you're really fighting the one boss type enemy in each world multiple times, and it does get stale. I don't have a solution for this, but it does get boring seeing the same boss type with all the same moves, just a different name. Ratchet and Clank gets a solid 8 out of 10 from us. It's got a lot to love, make no doubt. This is a AAA game in all the best ways, but sometimes its own love for keeping things simple can also get in the way of it being great. It's available exclusively for the PS5, where it also makes great use of the DualSense controller. It's definitely a game for anyone, giving one of the best single player experiences, so make sure to get it if you're looking for a solid game to spend your lockdown in. This has been Wan Amirul from Gamer Braves, and don't forget to let us know what other games you're looking forward to this year in the comments below. See ya! Today's comment comes from our Neo 2 multiplayer video by one unintelligible Bobby. Bobby writes, "Is this 4-player co-op? No. Neo 2 only supports up to 3 players for co-op, and our video was only 2 of them. Thanks for the comment, and don't forget to leave your own comment to get it read on the show." Hey there! Thank you so much for watching our videos. Don't forget to give us a subscribe if you'd like to see more, and like so we know what kind of content you want to see. Got suggestions for new content? Let us know in the comments below too. Thank you so much again for watching. Take care, dudes.